Coronation Street, P694/171, Part 1, Take 1.
Edited copy.
He hasn't arrived at the mission yet.
I have a strong sense of impending catastrophe, Len.
Where can the daft nit have got to?
Piccadilly Station, clutching his suitcase and passport.
Don't say things like that.
Well, even if I don't say them, I shall think it. What time is it?
The minute before 1:30.
She ought to be told to prepare for the worst.
Oh, don't look at me like that, love. This is women's business. I'll go and draw myself a half.
Any news?
I'm afraid not, dear. Ernest seems to have been, well, swallowed up.
He'll have gone back home for something he's forgotten. Or he'll have discovered he's put odd socks on, you'll see.
Yes, but...
Expect something like this to happen, Mrs. Walker, honestly. Trying to get Ernest anywhere on time's rather like running uphill in clogs, and today... Well, you can imagine the state he'll be in, poor boy.
Indeed, I can imagine. That's the trouble.
Listen, Ina Sharper should be playing Here Comes the Bride, fair, fat and wide by now. But she can't. Why? Because you're not there. There's no show without punch, you know. Ernie, I'm talking to you.
Ask him to drive round again, will you?
Listen, mate, it's 2:30. You've got a wedding on, remember. Your wedding.
And I have a funeral in half an hour.
I reckon.
What?
Your stance talked Tony Bishop out of it, seeing the sort of married life he's had himself.
The car's broken down, must have.
Hey, do you think they'll have the do if there's no actual wedding?
I feel quite sick. Poor Emily.
The first time I set eyes on him, I said he had a shifty look. Like a lot more round here.
Emily, dear, Ernest is still missing.
Not missing, Mrs. Walker, just delayed.
Well, I think it would be better if you stayed here, love, until he's undelayed, rather than at the mission under public scrutiny. Len?
I agree.
Nonsense. My place is at the mission, at the starting gate, as it were. And anyway, if I make a move, it might just jolly Ernest up.
But how, dear? We don't even know where he is.
Telepathy, Mrs. Walker. I'll be sending out a pulse to him. Well, are you both ready? Here comes the bride.
I'm ready, dear.
So, my dear.
Supposing she's not there, I mean, think of the humiliation.
Ernie, look at it from Emily's angle, will you?
No, it's not a question of me not turning up, is it? I'm here.
You should be in the mission. It's her that's been humiliated.
If she's there.
She'll be there. I'll lay 10 years flipping ale on that, mate. Look, I'll tell you something about women. If they put you in trouble and find out, they'll crucify you. Now, Ernie, go and stand up in that church, please.
Stand before us, of it, especially at her age. I've warned her, but she wouldn't be told. Headstrong, like me dad. Oh, he wants hanging, doesn't he, Bishop? Hanging.
You think this is the right place to be smoking, Bet?
We have to do something. I'm going quietly balmy sitting here like a fancy cake.
My sentiments exactly. I wish I never got involved in this wedding. Tell you one thing, it's the last one I will get involved
Is
in.
that all you can think about, Lucille? Your own personal inconvenience? How do you think Miss Nugent's feeling? What about her? Oh, hello, Miss Nugent.
Why, Emily,
Hello,
what are you...
Laura, Jerry, Lucille, Bet. Should we get into harness or position or whatever the term is?
Ernie's not come yet.
Oh, but he will any second.
We'd better do as she says.
You been?
It's like snagging, but I handle it with my usual aplomb.
He doesn't half look pale, doesn't he?
I don't blame him, poor lad.
I'll tell you all about it one day, Ken, I promise.
Yeah, well, you've just given me the worst half hour of my entire life.
Very sorry.
Anyway, you're all right now, are you? I mean, you're not likely to flake out or anything.
No, I'm fine. I mean, now I'm here, I feel quite cheerful. You got the ring?
Yeah, I've got the ring.
Ready for you now, Mrs. Sharp?
They're absolutely sure she's here, are
Yeah,
they?
she was here before he was, actually.
Right, Tommy Kelly, if I do, this is turning out to be... I hope you realise that I've just about played the skin off my finger ends.
Well, we're ready when you are, Mrs. Sharp.
All right, then. Here we go.
To begin now, are we? Because if not, you might just find yourselves being trampled to death by the 3:15 couple.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holt. It's my fault entirely.
That's all right. At least it makes a change from the bride being late. Will the congregation now stand, please? We are gathered here to witness the marriage of Ernest Bishop and Emily Nugent, to support them with our prayers and to share their joy. Marriage is given by God. It is not to be entered upon lightly or selfishly, but responsibly and in the love of God. According to the teaching of Christ, marriage is the union of one man and one woman. But we bear in mind that marriage is ordained of God as the sacrament of human society for the comfort and help of his children, and that families may be trained in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
Sorry about that. I just came over all funny.
Well, it is stuffy in there.
Yeah.
Will you love her, honor and keep her, and forsaking all others, be faithful unto her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Emily, do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband, to live together according to the word of God in the holy state of matrimony? Will you love him, honor and keep him, and forsaking all others, be faithful unto him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Coronation Street, P694, straight 171, Part 2, Take 1.
ladies and gentlemen, it's my job to wish the bride and groom every good wish for the future.
Hear, hear.
Much health and happiness.
Yes.
I think we'll all agree that there've been a few ups and downs on the road to the altar. But I think they'll agree that it's been worth it in the end.
Oh, give over, Len.
You know what I mean? I was thinking about the time when Ernie was in a Spanish clink and Emily thought she had to marry him on a visiting day. But the Spaniards decided that he wasn't a peeping Tom after all. And here he is, with the best-looking missus I've seen in a long time. If ever two people deserved one another, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, it's Ernie and her. So on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. The toast is Ernie and Emily.
Ernie and Emily. God bless her.
You know Len's right. She does look gorgeous, doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks very nice. Very nice indeed. So did Mara.
You happy?
Gloriously happy.
I was.
What's wrong?
It's my turn to speak next. I've mislaid the notes I made.
Good luck.
Hey, shut up, Ernie's on his feet. Now, you're a noisy lot, you.
Thank you, Len. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. On behalf of myself and my wife.
Hey! We said it.
That's the first time I said that, yeah. We'd like to thank you for your good wishes and thoughts. It has indeed been a fairly rough road to the altar for us two. I think Emily once described it as corrugated. Anyway, here we are, well and truly hitched at last. And I hope I'm echoing Emily's thoughts when I say
You'd
that...
better, Ernie Bishop, you're in trouble before the confetti even settles.
Point taken, Mrs. Sharp. Echoing Emily's thoughts when I say that we're overjoyed at the affection and kindness that's been shown to us over the last few weeks. And we're very grateful for the wedding presents, too.
Can we have the teapot back we give you? We haven't got enough green shield stamps to pay for it.
Don't show us up. Any round it, we're a cruet we give them.
Anyway, my principal job here, according to a little book of wedding etiquette I just happened to have purchased, is to thank the bridesmaids, without whom the occasion would have been far less decorative and colourful.
You've got a silver tongue, Ernie. Mind you, you talk a lot of sense.
I'll second that.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Well,
sorry, no, I've forgotten the most important bit. A toast, ladies and gentlemen. The bridesmaids.
The bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
It was an excellent speech, Ernest.
I mucked it up a bit at the end, though, didn't I?
It's one of your most endearing traits.
What is?
Never mind.
Well, I'm sure she told me they first met on a ramble to Rivington Pike.
I thought she turned up as one of the sellers for a flag day he was organising.
Whatever it was, she's been very lucky.
Remains to be seen, that, doesn't it?
Oh, I think it's a marriage that truly has been made in heaven.
Made in heaven, maybe, but it's the world they'll be living in.
Together, though. Who's that young man talking to Lucille? It was an usher.
Jerry Booth, he's called.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Very kind. Now we come to the comic spot.
I thought we had that bit when Len Fairclough was on his feet.
Well, some may think so. One man's meat is another man's poison. However, greetings and congratulations have been pouring in all day. I have them here. I'll read them out in a minute. Actually,
it isn't
real
really the damn
excuse for me
thing
getting
for
on
the
my
telegrams
feet
to be read out
is
at
to
the wedding
reply to
reception.
the toast to the bridesmaids.
No, they should be read
Strange
afterwards
excuse when you
at
come
their
to think of
leisure
it,
by the
particularly
happy
knowing
couple.
these two bridesmaids.
They'll have other things to do afterwards, though, won't they?
Slow in replying on their own behalf. However, that is the custom, and on their behalf, I would like to say thank you very much. Now, some telegrams here. The first one, I thought would be accompanied by a big, fat cheque. However, it wasn't, and here it is. No hard feelings, you can keep the mink, Dave Smith. Next one. Good price paid for single beds. Ooh, there's a naughty one, isn't it, that one? Tell Ma I'll elope with her on Friday. Yaki da, Sonny Jim.
Any more?
Yes, one more coming up. I was doing a beautiful little pause to give it emphasis. Don't eat biscuits in bed. Dennis Tanner. He's a wicked lad. He's a wicked lad. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
You'll notice there were no telegrams from my ex-girlfriends.
You're not angry, are you, Ernest?
Hey, have you noticed who's not here?
No, who?
Ray and Vicky.
Marriage is not something that blokes think about a lot. Well, not until it's too late, if you know what I mean.
It's only the most important thing that can happen to you.
Ah, not to a bloke, it's not. He's got his job. And, Bobby Charlton.
Right, we'll have Anna Neagle and Michael Wilding. The floor is all yours.
Have a bash.
Oh, I love the charming way you ask. Get up, sit on my toes. I've got it.
Ready, man?
You don't want to dance, do you?
Well, why not?
Oh, give over. His donkey she is.
Get her up and ask me, or I'll kick your flaming shins.
Where we start with?
Left.
Right. Now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Would you care to?
I'd love to.
Mind you, I'm a bit rusty, I must confess.
Well, I've no paddle over.
No one's going to ask us, you know.
No chance. You can always dance with one another. Come on.
Why not? You bit fella.
By heck, it isn't everybody's cup of tea, isn't dancing.
Ernest and Emily are doing very well.
Oh, well, they're dancing on air.
There was a heck of a lot left.
Pardon, Albert.
Boiled ham, fancy cakes, a lot left.
Ah, there were.
Be a pity to see it go to waste.
Don't you two ever think about us for your bellies?
What else is there to think about?
They were a nice piece of ham.
Very.
Ken, dear,
Yes, Miss Walker.
Ernest didn't say why he was late this afternoon, did he?
No, I'm afraid he didn't.
Intriguing.
Excuse me, there's Lucille over there. Just gonna have a dance. Can't have two beautiful girls dancing together.
They're over sometimes.
I'd love to. You're flagging a bit, love.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Well, let's go and sit down. I think we've earned a rest.
That's better.
Oh, it's been a long day.
It's been a marvellous day, a beautiful day, a miraculous day.
Well, not entirely.
Why, what?
I'm sorry I was late. But
Oh, I hardly noticed it, honestly.
must have done.
Other people were noticing, particularly Mrs. Walker. But I hadn't a qualm. I knew, you see.
You what?
That with you and me, the principals, in something as complicated as a wedding, well, there was bound to be a hitch. Everything was going swimmingly at my end, so I thought, must be poor Ernest who's catching it. What happened? Did you come out still wearing your slippers?
Well, Emily, it's time I was off.
Oh, must you be? So soon.
Charles doesn't like me to be out too late.
Well, when are you off on your honeymoon?
Well, there's plenty of time. We're driving.
Well, I hope you enjoy yourselves. Though, contrary to popular belief, honeymoons aren't all that blissful. Mine wasn't anyway. Well, good night, Emily.
Good night, Nora.
And don't let it be as long next time.
Not a woman who grows on you, I'm afraid.
Not really. Poor Nora. She's one of life's casualties, I'm afraid.
Emily, you're not going, are you? No.
Everybody wants us to go. That's not true at all, Ernest.
No, what I was going to say was if you do decide to slip off and I'm otherwise engaged, I'll understand. Mr. Boone?
It's Riley.
Emily, if people are half expecting us to go, why disappoint them?
Isn't it our duty to stay? For a little while, anyway.
Yes, it is.
I'd say now is as good a time to leave as any while most people are still busy dancing.
You're a little devil, aren't you?
We're stealing from you, Mrs. Sharp, I hope you don't mind.
Well, I'm surprised you stayed as long as you have. Me too.
We'll see you in a week.
Yes, and thank you very much for your sterling work at the opera.
You might have warned me you'd need a recital.
It was my fault entirely, Mrs. Sharp. Lovely, sir.
Never mind. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
Take care how you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Well, she left us a bit late.
Not too late, Lady Sharp. She started wearing sensible shoes, that's for sure.
Hey, did you ask him about that boiled ham bottle?
Ask them what?
And the cakes.
They've taken it all with them.
Hey?
In case they're hungry in the night.
It's getting late.
Yeah. Our names will be mud at the community centre.
I do feel guilty about not going back.
Albert Tatlock will have had 3 teas.
Where are they going for the honeymoon?
They're hiking somewhere.
They suit one another, don't they?
Yes, they do. I am right, aren't I? Thinking that there's no chance of you and your fella getting together again.
You're kidding.
Well, you never know.
You're not recommending we should.
No.
I thought you were for a minute.
Vicky,
Mm.
what I was saying earlier about marriage, well, I didn't mean it. I was just trying to say what's expected.
You make somebody a good husband.
What about you? About making you a good husband. Will you marry me, Vicky?
Don't talk daft, Ray.
I'm deadly serious.
I can't.
You can't. Why not? You're not disqualified because you've been engaged, you know.
I'm having a baby, Ray.
Oh, it's been a lovely day, hasn't it, Albert?
Yeah, the miserable lot. But he tasted that boiled ham well. They'd just done with some of that for his supper.
Never mind, Albert. Come along, I'll make you a nice cup of tea.
All right, thank you, love.